The umbrella guy, the lead person for Mr. Depp's Twitters. Did you not?
Wait, what?
Twitter's the lead man.
Overruled. Facts not in evidence.
Mr. Umbrella Guy is the lead. The lead.
You know that he is
The lead what?
the most predominant pro-Depp Twitters out there.
And he said, I don't think now's a good time to go. And I thought, it's the perfect time. She's not going to be home for 2 days. And then he showed me a photograph.
What was the photograph of Mr. Depp?
It was a photograph of the bed, our bed. And on my side of the bed, was human fecal matter. So I understood why it wasn't a good time to go down there.
Now, you know that Ms. Heard was...
Excuse me. I
I'm sorry?
didn't hear the beginning of what you started saying.
I said, let's start with the makeup.
Okay.
Okay. Are you familiar with Amica cream?
What is it?
Amica?
Amica?
Yes.
No.
Okay. And you don't know whether she had applied Amica cream, correct?
No.
And
I didn't even know what Amica cream is.
Do you know whether she had applied any Amica cream that morning to her face?
No.
In any of those three and a
When?
half years, do you know whether Amber had any Amica cream on that day?
No.
Do you know whether she was wearing any Amica cream?
Sir, if you could just answer
I'm
this
sorry.
question.
I'm totally sorry. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you, sir.
That, no.
Hey there. So apparently this channel just got monetized today, baby. Look down there at the end of the at the bottom of the chat. See if you can see a super chat feature. Is it there? Because I think this channel just got monetized. Man, what a crazy day. What a crazy day indeed. 2 channels for me. Oh my God, I can't believe it did it. Man, I can't believe that actually worked. I'm surprised for sure. So man, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. You wanted to sleep? What is sleep? Psh, you can sleep when you're dead. It's not 5 a.m. yet. Well, it's not even, it's only about like 10:30 here. So I figured I would try this out for a minute. We'd talk about a couple of things that came up today because I'm in the mood to do it. I don't know. I want to talk about one other thing. Tiny Tugs, 15 minutes exactly. Look at that, Esme. Thank you for the $5 first super chat for Tiny Tug. Woo! Good times there. Tiny fun times indeed. Stephanie Thompson. Hey, thank you for the 20 there too. Esme number 1. Stephanie number 2 with the 20. Congrats, Tug. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Emmy T, thanks for the 2. Congrats. You got money and court shout outs. I know it's crazy. The Umbrella Man can. But if you be keeping up, okay, so if you folks watched the craziness with TMZ today, I thought that was a much bigger loss than a lot of people really realized. Like she's fought tooth and nail to keep certain things out. And everything that she fights tooth and nail to keep out, it doesn't seem to go her way. You know, she even went as far as to get the names of the jurors restricted. Did you notice that? That's something that I haven't seen a lot of people bring up, but she managed that one too. Yeah, I don't sleep. Come on. Mom, thanks for that 5 there, boss. Thank you. Andrew C, thanks for the 2. Damn you, Tug. Nearly 5 a.m. I can't sleep now. I won't keep you forever. Just a little while. Debbie Lynn, thanks for the 10. Congrats. I know it's crazy. Instant Karma, thanks for the 5-2 for luck. Thank you. I'll give it to her. She'll be happy. She'll be thrilled. So check this out, though. All right. So give me 1 second. I got to find this in my file. I saved it somewhere, but I know I have it earlier. So the jury, basically, they sealed the jury names, is what they did. And I thought that was an interesting move, considering Amber Heard's the one that pushed for it. It wasn't asked for, so here it is. Okay, this is a newer filing. It's just something that I saw today. Okay, and she managed to get the names of the jury. Now, this does not mean that a juror cannot go out and talk about things, but if you wanted to find out who a juror was, like say you were going to go look them up or something, she locked them down. And I wonder, there's two ways you could look at this, I suppose, but I wonder if it's a fear move, because she's trying, like, if she loses, man, she doesn't want people like the media, anybody in the media, hunting down jurors and asking them about what went on. So they went before the judge. You can tell this is Amber Heard's move, because it said the matter came to be heard upon defendant and counterclaim plaintiff, that would be Amber Heard's, motion to seal records relating to jurors' identities filed on May 16th. So she made a motion to seal their names so nobody could find out who they were. A random Sandy, by the way, thanks for the 10. Congrats to you, and thank you for all your hard work. Hey, thank you for showing up too. Like I said, I thought we would have a cool. I don't know. I'm excited. It's very rare that you get one channel to work, let alone two channels to actually start working. It's like, wow. Hey, Donna and Fred, thanks for the 5. You kept us Aussie sane during our 2 years of lockdown. We love you here. Hey, thank you for that. I heard a weird thing today. I heard that there's more, like after this, and I keep wondering, are we talking about perjury? Are we talking about actual perjury? We haven't seen anything happen in Aussie yet. Aussie land still open? I wonder. Hey, Spa, thanks for the 5. Love. Do you ever sleep? Oh my God, it's Doug again. Legal Mindset just signed off. I sleep a couple of hours usually every day. So yeah, I do sleep. I just don't sleep a lot. I mean, really, even if I straight up here and stream for a few hours, I'd still get sleep, I mean, I've already put together videos and stuff. I put together a video earlier, so I have to put together a thumbnail for a video to drop. But yeah, I'll get some sleep. But anyway, so finishing this move right here. So upon consideration, they granted the motion. They sealed records for the identities, ordering that the names of all jurors remain sealed for 1 year following the conclusion of the trial. So for 1 year, their names won't be out in public. Thank you, Brico. Thank you for the 5. Congratulations. Thank you for that. Appreciate that for sure. You count 4 different potential perjury charges. There's a lot of them in there. I mean, she's definitely made a mess of the potential for a perjury. I mean, again, like they're easily provable lies. That's the question. Like, does somebody want to take her to task? Because they really need to. They really do need to. Some bad vibes. Thanks for the 2. Sleep is for the weak. Sleep is when you die. DYE. That's right. Did this motion pass? Yes, it did. It did. Now it did pass. So it was granted. So it sealed their identities. Now again, if you look at that, that's not saying that jurors can't go out and they can't talk about something or anything. They themselves could go out and do something. But like if you were trying to find out who they were, say you were in the media or something, you wouldn't be able to. Now I thought that was kind of I don't know. I thought it was an interesting disclosure, considering, again, like anything that comes up, you always ask, what's the game? Like, what's happening here? Why exactly is this happening? And well, exactly why this is happening. Exactly why, there's no question whatsoever. I'm astounded, like I said, by the it's the tricks, the chicanery that these people they engage in. It's so strange. It's so bizarre because they're always trying to up and they're always trying to move. It's the same thing with if you looked at so yesterday, if you looked at what happened with give me 1 second. If you look at what happened with TMZ and you compare it to yesterday, you know, they were trying to restrict. This reminds me of every move that she's made, actually. So every move that she's tried to make has been about restricting access. Every move. What do you think the chances are? I don't. I don't know. I mean, see, I know a lot of people out there will tell you that, you know, they'll give you odds and they'll give you, you know, high fives. You know why I won't do that for you? Because I watched UK 2020. I thought they put on a good trial, and the judge still shut it down. Now this is different because you have a jury, but you just don't know. And I don't want to give people false hope. I will not comment on. I think that the trial has been good. I think they did a good job. But like I said, I don't want to give you false hope. I don't want to tell you because I don't believe. Two reasons, really. Number one, I don't believe the case rests in the courtroom. I think the case was presented because Johnny Depp wanted to win in the court of public opinion. Yes, he wants to win $50 million. Yes, well, gets restitution and get vindication. Yes, of course. But you know what? That show was not for the court. That show is for you, you know? Hey, they fought tooth and nail to make sure that they got in front of you. Every step. That's the loss. When I say she loses big, TMZ today, that was a huge loss for her because it exposed how long this game has gone on with her, how long that she has been playing and manipulating, coordinating, colluding this nastiness, this vitriol that never stops. And it never stops, by the way. It never stops. But that's not the only time. You know, anytime she's tried to keep something out of the public eye, it seems to fail. I mean, she did that with Warner, for example. You know, when Aquaman came up, she pushed for Aquaman not to make it into the public eye. She did her best to keep that out. I mean, if you look back, she had this stipulation that she pulled up, you know, for Aquaman, where she wanted her and Johnny Depp collectively to stipulate and agree that both parties would neither would include at trial any references at all to Aquaman 2 for any reason. So, you know, the Hamada coming in, any of that, she tried to keep this stuff out. It didn't work, but she tried. She actually, what's interesting is Johnny Depp, for some reason, at the beginning, they agreed to this. They agreed to this move at the beginning, but they wanted to remove any evidence or references supporting or disputing her damages as it relates to counterclaims. Also, the parties agree that neither Heard nor Depp will seek any additional discovery regarding Aquaman 2 for any reason, including but not limited to agreeing not to depose Warner Brothers Entertainment or seeking any information related to Aquaman 2 from Warner Brothers. That, of course, that's before Warner Brothers Discovery, right? So, or any of her current or former agents or publicists. So her agent, when they came in and testified, see, she couldn't keep that stuff out. But beyond that, when it came in, it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. It hit like a bombshell, and it broke up the one thing that she needed to work. I think that was amazing, really, when you get down to it. I wonder how much she got for the kitchen video. I don't think she got anything for the kitchen video, really. You know? I don't think she got money for it. I think it was something different. I think she gave away the copyright. See, the guy who talked about that, hey, Carver Engraver Cheryl, thank you for the 50 there. Appreciate that. I think it will be in his favor, and award money will be $7 million. She pays it back. He donates it to the Children's Los Angeles. That would be hilarious. That would be absolutely hilarious, you know? But I don't, thank you for that. Like I said, I wanted to see how this turned out because, like I said, this channel I had to work hard with. Like this channel, I had it monetized one time, and then the weirdos they managed to hit it before I got my MCN connected to it. Now it's better. I'd be okay, but it turned my monetization hours, where I could get it, like it could run ads and stuff. It pushed them back half. So I had to recomplete that process, and I just completed it, and bam, here we are again. So that's pretty awesome. But anyway, what I was saying is TMZ, they didn't just admit to one thing that was done on the stand. They admitted to multiple things that she had done, multiple things. And those multiple things, again, it's insane when you think about what she was doing, because through those multiple moves, I mean, she did some crazy stuff. I mean, she made moves that I was like, wow, that's nuts. That's hilarious. Any video that has to do on this channel that had to do with Amber Heard, just demonetized. Like it put up it automatically puts good God. That's hilarious. Any video that had anything to do with Amber Heard, everything just turned off. It was like, nope. That's hilarious. Look at it, lit up like a Christmas tree up in this sucker, like yellow, 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 yellow. Oh my God. Anyway, sorry about that. I turned over the thing. Look, check this out. I just to show you. So it turned on here, let me show you this real fast. So I turned on the monetization thing, right? In the channel selection. Look. Up, limited. You have to request like anything. Amber, up, all those down. Not Amber. It's okay. Not Amber. Okay. Up, Greg Ellis. That's with the Amber stuff. Up, not okay. Not Amber. Up, Amber Heard. Up, nope. Amber Heard. Up, nope, can't have that. Look at that. Anything that was anything. I told you, like this subject is the most censored subject I've ever seen. They don't want you discussing it at all. Spire, thanks for the 10 there. Supervised 2 suicides in the last 15 months. Don't tell me you sleep when you die. My guys passed away before they should have. About killed me too. Now, that's a saying. It's all sleep when you're dead. You never stop, never stop, never stop, never stop, never stop. That has nothing to do with actual death, man. Never stop, never stop, never stop. It sucks with this. I mean, I've been lucky about clientele. I've not had, I've had ex-clients go down that road, but I've not had a client under my care go down that road. I mean, I've had clients go, suicidal, start showing ideation and have to actually be crisis before, but I've never had a client go down the road while in my care. Like I said, I have had an ex-client do that, and what was sad about that is the client didn't receive the quality of care that they should have, and that's the reason that it kind of happened. If they would have received proper care, then you wouldn't have ran into that. So it does suck, especially like the one time the one time it was preventable. It was absolutely like 1,000% preventable. Way back when, had a client die of drinking while it's very sad. Oh, it's terrible. Have you ever treated anyone this psychotic? I treat actual psychotics. Like, she's not psychotic. That's the thing. Like, psychosis is a different thing. Psychosis is more of an unmooring from reality. Like, hers is she's not detached from reality, except, I mean, you might argue the thinking process, like the skew on reality is an unmooring. But I mean, like, people that undergo schizophrenia or psychosis, they would disagree with you on what reality is. Like, there was this guy who used to paint. I always loved looking at his paintings because he was really good painter. But he would paint what people looked like, and they would have, like, some days the thoughts would just, like, he'd have waves coming out of your head and stuff because that's the way your thoughts would roll out. He would hear them come from your brain, and I mean, it's just fascinating stuff. But yeah, she's personality disorder wise. Yes, I've dealt with people with personality disorders before. Typically, here's the problem with Amber Heard. You don't deal with people like her per se, because people like her don't come in for treatment. You know what I mean? Like, she's not doing anything wrong. She will never admit to that. In her mind, she's doing whatever. Even if she admits that this is a hoax or anything else, like, there was a reason for it, right? There's some reason that Amber Heard had to do all of this terrible. So, I mean, I'm sure she can explain it all away. Maybe not to you and I, but to herself. And again, remember, like, diagnostically, if you look at her, the diagnosis stuff was a giant loss too, because Dr. Hughes had gone on record saying, she had PTSD, right? I mean, that's a big statement. PTSD. She has PTSD. Well, the problem with her PTSD reports are the fact that she had been coached on it. So Dr. Hughes apparently, I think they said she used 12 different tests. 8 of those were just checklist tests. All right. 2 of those were appropriate. One of them was the wrong type of malingering test, and they didn't say what the other one was. Andrew, thanks for the 5. Talking about death. Thank you for creating content during the time my mother died. It really helped me and gave me something good to concentrate on. Hey, I hope you're doing better with that. It's I dealt with the death of, I call him my dad, but I mean, it was my stepfather. My biological father and I don't really speak, but my stepfather, I was very close with him. And when I dealt with that, I mean, it took a while. And if you're still dealing with stuff there, remember, there is no time frame on. There used to be, clinically, there used to be a time frame on grief. They used to think, well, if you don't have it in X amount of time, then it means Y. And that's not the case anymore. Finally, the big brains out there decided, hey, wait a minute, that's crazy, because you know what? We all come to resolution on our own in our own time. So remember that, when you're looking for resolution, when you're looking for peace, it takes a minute. It takes your own minute. And, if you get to that point where you need help, like getting along, remember, get help, And props to you. Her, though. Let me get a drink there. A lot of people don't understand malingering. They don't really, it's not like for her, in her case, I mean, you have to think about how insidious this is. She went into tests with the express intent purpose of misleading people about having PTSD. I mean, think about how nasty that is. I mean, you really got to, when you think about it, it's not like faking. It's not like, faking psychosis or something, like trying to fake an insurance claim. She faked PTSD so she could pretend that she was damaged by sexual assault that never happened. Like, that's insane. Hey, Spy, thanks for the 10. I don't stop. I'm a fighter. I love my men. They're incredibly special. I fight for my guys, been beaten down. Men are a real component. They make the world go around. I hate liars. Indeed, indeed. You know what? I mean, I love the fact that ladies step up and call this mess out, because it took women to do it. You know that, right? It took women to do this, not men. Men have to be loud, but like this is one of those things where men needed women's help a lot, and they did. They helped out in ways that, like I said, men could not fix this problem. Men can complain about it. Men can try to address it. But it took women to help fix this problem, because this is a subject where if men alone were to raise this subject, it would just get dismissed. I mean, okay, to show you, I'll show you some of the comments that come up about that. Hey, Fit Bay Moons, thanks for the 10 there. Love your content. I'm curious if AH suffers from a mental illness, or is she just pathologically evil? She comes across like she is intentionally doing these things. Well, here's the thing. When people do terrible things, what we've designed mental health to do now is to diagnose people. So there's your question. When she did this thing, is it because she has some kind of trait that causes her to do this, or is she just a piece of trash that did it? Because mental health says, well, but is that just giving her an excuse and an out? She doesn't want, you got to remember, part of getting better too is wanting to get better. See, there's a key component in there too. If you're going through treatment, you've got to want to get better. These people do not want to get better. They want to do nasty. They want to do bad. They want to be gross about things, if they don't want to get better, then I mean, there's nothing you can do for them. Hey, Spy, thanks for the additional 2. Thank you. No, I mean, like, again, seriously, like, I look into this stuff. How come on this channel? It just got monetized. I wanted to come over here and celebrate for a second. Like this channel, if people have just popped up, so this channel has had its ups and downs too, but it just got its monetization, baby. Crazy, huh? Mike, what's up? Thanks for the 5. Hey, Tugable as well. My invite for the last open stream. I'd love to have you talk about niche stuff. Yeah, I've been buried right now, man, with this trial and stuff. Afterwards, maybe if I get my head above water. But right this minute, it's been great. I'm not complaining about it at all. Love it. It's all I can do to cover. I've popped off like stream a couple of times here and there, but it just has to be like right then. I have to be in the mood. Rose, thanks for the 5. Hey, why are some people saying JD did bad today? He might have lost it for himself. I don't get it. They keep saying he was snarky or something. I mean, the worst case scenario, there were 2 moments. Like, they were talking about those texts. Okay, those texts. You can kind of understand why he didn't want those texts associated with him when you look, and they aren't. So he continued to deny these 2 texts right here. And there's a reason why he continues to deny these 2 texts, because they're not his. So, he was like, this isn't me. This is gross. This sounds terrible. And well, that's because if you look at the stamps associated with it and stuff, it wasn't him. They're incoming to his phone. And this is his phone, by the way, how it sets, because there's another text that was entered, And if you look, it's him. It's marked the same way, him, owner. And you'll notice outgoing. So he's sending a text out. So the incoming messages, that's not him sending it. This was somebody. So he was right. His legal team should have caught that and they should have stomped on it. So if anybody had a problem today, that was his legal team that screwed that up. But I didn't think it was that bad of an issue, just to be honest. If people made their minds up today because of that right there, I mean, there was another thing that he did today that I thought was I thought it was pretty powerful, and I don't see it being outweighed by that. And it was the fact that he walked through the chopped off finger scene. He actually walked you through it. You know, he drew and said, this is where it happened. That's where it happened. And they had brand new pictures to go with that. So, you know, again, if they made up their mind today with this, then it's already in trouble because, you know, Dead Girl, thanks for the 10. Please look at the video. I sent you on Twitter. It's TikTok, verified account. It's not a horse. It's her talking about trial verdict. If it's real, she's violating. Is it under your same name? Here, I asked because I won't be able to find it without it being easily found. Bump it to the very top. Just write the word like bump as a message, and I'll be able to see it. Okay. Bergstrom, thanks for the 5. Thoughts on them using their last hour on Amber going on the stand, knowing JD team has plenty of time to cross and still another witness. That'd be insane to do. That would be, I mean, just insane for them to do. Could they do it? Yeah. But I mean, just there you are. I found you. I'll look at it. All right. Let me look at this. No, that's not new. That's not a new video. Her working out outside. That's actually an old video. That's not her, actually. Okay, so this is a workout video from Instagram, I believe. All right, this right here. This is a workout video from Instagram. It's been ported over. She posted that at one time because people talked about it. They actually made fun of it a bit. So I remember it. So it is not new. No, there's going to be a lot of fakes that pop up too, just to say, but that's not new. Okay. And it would be a violation if it was real. Mark Martin, thanks for the 10. Love your show. Laughed out loud when the attorney Elaine mentioned you, but was funnier when the witness had to correct her on saying your name right. I just think it's weird. I was talking to one of the law tubers last night, and I thought he was spot on with this. This trial, as far as size, publicity wise, this so far centuries OJ trial. Very much so. I mean, we haven't seen anything big like that. And to be named in it, not once, but twice, is just crazy. What's bad is they rented out the headspace. They gave me that. They let me have it. And the stuff that it did was hilarious because of that. Again, you know, bringing people to see what I do. I have 282,000 people now on YouTube. I have 106,000 people on Twitter. I mean, it's nuts. If things are the two, it could happen. She needed the attention. I mean, I could see her doing it, but at the same time, I don't see Amber Heard doing cross for an hour. Like, if they bring her on and they only have an hour, they'd have to be that would be insane. Could they do it? Sure. But it would be insane. Like, it would be the dumbest move ever. I'm not saying they're above a dumb move, but the level of desperation for that kind of stuff would have to be. Elaine is the worst lawyer. She's pretty awful. You know, Tug, is your channel called Tiny Tug? Am I in the right place? This is my other channel. I have 2 channels. This is the tiny channel. This is Tiny Umbrella Guy, you know. This is actually, I have a little puppet that Pamster, the real Pamster made. He's kind of cool. I love him. But he's Tiny Tug, and Tiny Tug actually has his own Twitter too, but I didn't sign him in today. I just came over here for a little while because this channel just got monetized. So it just got the super chat feature. It just got all of that. It just came on. Like literally, I signed on. I was curious. I applied the other day, and my MCN said, we can get that approved pretty fast if you want. And they were right. They did within 2 days. I was like, oh my God, you did it. So, again, that's like a big deal. It takes so much time and everything else. So I said I wanted to get that pulled up there, Everything, though, that she brings up, I think is crazy because she loses so many things. The TMZ thing, though. The TMZ thing, we found out that, okay, the TMZ reveal, everybody focuses on the cabinets, but the cabinets are only a little portion of it. The real thing that he revealed was that when she was at when she was getting the TRO, the temporary restraining order, she called the paparazzi. See, part of her article said, I was there. She testified like it wasn't, it was calm. And then when I went out, I was accosted by a sea of paparazzi. My lawyers had to block myself with their bodies and all this. Well, it turns out, she called TMZ, and when she was getting the car, she turned her face to make sure that the bruise would get caught, that so-called bruise. So that makes her whole story a lie. It's not just her posing for a bruise. It's the entire tale of the paparazzi surrounding her. It's a lie, a bold-faced lie. Kip, thanks for the tune. Love the thumbnail pick, by the way. Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you for that. But I mean, I think that's a crazy thing. I'll probably be on for another 10 minutes. I'm not going to stay on here very long. I'm tired, but I wanted to celebrate this channel coming online, period. It was scripted. Yeah. And then she had another one, though. So she did 3 different times that she went out of her way to get together with tabloid media to do something toward Johnny Depp. But again, and we know that she has a relationship with TMZ because she's pursued it over the years. I mean, okay, like the let's see, like the business card, lease, Amber Heard. That article, okay. The police, here we are. So he named that one, 2 setups. Well, here's another one that we know is her for sure because never told the cops about alleged iPhone attack, right? Well, okay. Here, you see the police cards that she was left that day. We know it came from her because no one else had it. So obviously, this was her communicating with TMZ. She also just had that one picture, where she's supposedly got an injury. That's another fake. And then on top of that, again, like I was mentioning earlier, give me 1 second. Hey, Gabriel, what's up? Thanks for the 5 there. You're tired. It's 5:15 a.m. here in Ireland. I'm only here because my dog woke me up wanting outside. What's the other channel? Thank you, man. Now I'm tired, but no, my channel's not taken down or anything. This is my second channel, but hey, Corona, what's up, man? Bam. Eat that there. Roman EST, thanks for the 5. Was just finishing up on your live from today and saw your tweet about Tiny Tug. Have a good night. Catch you bright and early. Yep. Thank you, brother. Or wait, thank you. I'm sorry. I may have said brother. I was responding to someone else, but I saw. I was like, wait a minute. Did I just call you brother? I shouldn't say that because I don't. That might be confusing. Anyway, it's funny. Brother's cool. All right. I want to make sure I don't know who's behind the thing. So, Robert, I can assume that, but I wanted to make sure. Yeah, there was another portion too. With I've brought it up a few times today, but there was one other time. So this is a big one. All right. Here's TMZ mentioned by Amber Heard yet again with Rocky. See, was in an evidence that because it would have gone straight to TMZ, which will happen on Monday anyway. So it was there. She admitted to TMZ relationship. Again, it's come up multiple times. Milan, thanks for the 5. Hey, Tug, newer to your channels, but I appreciate all you do and you've done bring out the truth. It's comforting to see outlets for truth out there. Thank you for that. Yeah, I found this stuff interesting and I wanted to know what was going on, and I knew. I tried to talk to a lot of people about this and try to get them on board talking about it because I wanted people to look at it and just see the societal impact that it could potentially have. And some people saw it, some people didn't, and some people, covered it for other reasons. So Adam, thanks for the 10. Enjoy a mega pint on me. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Mark Martin, thanks for the 5. Where in God's name did they find Dr. Spiegel? Oh, she sees not A, white powder, B, a homeless man hired by Saul Goodman, or C, an insane asylum patient. He was an idiot. He was terrible. He had problems. Like, I think he was on the sauce for sure. Garrett Foreman, thanks for the 10. Do you think that Team JD will present closing arguments? Who do I think? Do you think they will link everything we've learned? Jennifer Howe, TMZ, so much more together. Terms a jury? Yeah, I think they'll do their, I think for layman's terms, I think they could do that, Nice voice. You do well reading stories. Voice acting. Yeah, I've never tried. My kids get that treatment, Once upon a time, they get some of that, But besides that, I've never tried to. Well, I take that back. Every now and then I would I'll read something. My wife likes me to read books sometimes to her. So we'll sit down and read something. She likes that every now and then. But by and large, I've never tried. Doug, thanks for all the effort you put into justice and truth. Well, there's a lot more cases out there. So many. Buy you a mega pint. I like that. Thanks for the 2. Did you mention TMZ in the last deposition? That she denied, even on the stand, she denied connection to TMZ. That's why the TMZ witness was brought in. And that's why also TMZ wasn't, I disagree with some of the law tubers. Like the law tubers were saying that it was TMZ trying to protect themselves where they were going in and, putting in motions to suppress, basically trying to keep him out. I think this was a desperation move on their behalf for Amber Heard. I don't think that had anything to really do with them as much as Amber Heard, Empowered Life Apparel and Coaching. Becca Starling, thanks for the 5. Maybe I already mentioned, but I am quite confused about how testimony. Wanted more and about AH's team. We'll do with her 1 hour tomorrow. Thanks for all you do. Jennifer Howe, I'm guessing a bunch of stuff got ruled inadmissible. Like you have a lot of that. So we're not privy to what gets ruled inadmissible in videos. We don't get to see that. And the video got cut down there was really no cross, so it was very short. But it was a waste. I mean, I wanted so much more there. There was so much more. I don't mean to say like Jennifer Howe was a true hero to go out there and put things on the line, but so much of her stuff was inadmissible in court, or what I guess is inadmissible. It wasn't admitted. Ask me that question again after the trial, after the smoke clears. Ask me that. I have another answer for it, but I'm not going to say that until after the trial. Okay. Ask me again after the trial. Elaine Cat 56, thanks for the 5. Does the Amber Heard's team have any argument left that Team Depp is not destroyed? Mom keeps yelling at my brothers, and it's freaking me. That's funny. Elaine's cat, run, Elaine's cat. Hey, by the way, you want to see Elaine's mock jury? She's been running a mock jury. I found this out. Would you like to see it? Are you curious? Adam, thanks for the 5. I think it might have served multiple purposes. Stop the testimony and serve as a warning to employees. So you want to see her? You want to see her mock jury? Okay. Like this is stunning. Like nobody else has this. Okay, so you gotta be ready for it. All right, here we go. Here it is. She's putting it together. Mock jury. She's putting them together. She's running the case by. She's like, that umbrella guy, that umbrella man. That's her mock jury. Exclusive, man. Exclusive. Chicken Cannon thinks it too. Wrench me. I haven't thrown any wrenches out at all, really, except for Esme and Corona. I'll look through there. I'm not sure. Like I'll wrench up the next time we do it. I'm not going to get into a lot. Oh, Laura B's are we there? But yeah, that's it. Look, there's juror number 12. Oh, she's like, oh, that umbrella cat. I'm disappointed that when Johnny said he didn't write this, the lawyers didn't question it. Yeah, well, I was also disappointed in that article too. Adam thinks 5. I believe the XIF data on the photos were manipulated. Oh yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of metadata inconsistencies. I believe that they shortened their testing parameter time. Their time, they were supposed to have months and months and months to get all this done. And Amber Heard didn't really turn it over. Now, I don't know what happened with their stuff because you heard how restricted that was, right? Heard how restricted that was. Spy, thanks for the 10. Don't need to say any more. Miss my men, thanks, Tug. Yeah, we do love our men. They absolutely matter. Yeah, I you know what? I'm glad, like I said, that women fix this because again, men couldn't do it. Men couldn't, women did it. And they're the ones that have been just charging at it, hard charging. So, that other text though that was read, that other part where they were saying it was proof of him being violent toward women and stuff. So that, as I was saying before, that is not a new statement that he put out. Actually, if you believe it, first of all, it's from a long time ago. It's from a long time ago. $1995 to be precise. See the title, 1995. So now I also think, okay, here's a little conspiratorial shot in here, but the people that actually had that first, like I didn't pull that up fast at all. Like the people who had that, it was Amber Heard's people, and they had it before I could even blink. They had it right away. There's no way they found it because somebody that that I was talking to ended up finding, ended up getting their hands on it. And it was, like I said, it wasn't me that ended up finding it. They did, and they did it fast. And Amber Heard's team already had it. Like I'm talking about the simps out there, not the lawyers and stuff. I think they were given it because the one person that was showing it around and putting it on Twitter is the one that claims connection with Amber Heard's team. Kind of strange, isn't it? I thought that was kind of fascinating. But the statement that they used in this, it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, this has got, again, it. If you think about their relationship, 1995, their relationship starts at what? 2012, I mean, we're not going to count 2009. We're going to call it 2012, right? That's 17 years before they're married or before their relationship starts. So to include this statement in there as some kind of, he had 17 years and there's no claim of violence toward anyone. So they're going to tell me this somehow proves that he's volatile and violent, even though, again, 17 years passes, nobody else says anything. But the statement that was actually here was, I thought it was funny. I had to go to jail for assaulting a pitcher or a lamp. The rag said, well, he's drunk and he's having a huge fight with his girlfriend. Complete bullshit. But, let's say there's a guy over there in the bar. He's having a hard day, man, and eventually one more stubbing of the toe, the man's got to hit something. So you punch a wall or do this and that. Fuck it. I'm normal and I want to be normal, but somehow I'm not allowed. Why can't I be human? I have a lot of love inside me and a lot of anger inside as well. If I love somebody, then I love them. If I'm angry and I got to lash out or hit somebody, I'm going to do it, and I don't care what the repercussions are. I'm going to pay the rent. It's got to go. It's going to be evicted. Sometimes you feel like you've just got to kick it over the tray. See, here, it's talking about the Mark Hotel incident. Now, I'm curious. So, I'm curious about something in this. Okay, so you have Faye Dunaway that's mentioned in here, right? And Faye Dunaway is discussing stuff, right? And then it cuts to Depp. Now, I'd be curious if Depp actually gave those statements. Did he really interview there? Or, I mean, like I said, I'm curious if that really was. Kara thinks with 5. Who would have been the one to alter the photos of her friends, etc.? The legal team while preparing evidence. No, it probably would have been her or some of her friends. I think they would have gone ahead and done it. Although I think her team would have turned a blind eye. Some of them. Dark Diamond thinks for the 20 for the vacation fund, so you and the family can enjoy some time away, having fun together after all this slows down eventually. Yeah, for sure. I figure, like, what do y'all think will happen? Like, listen to this. So let me hit this last one. Mark Martin thinks for 5. TMZ gets 15 minutes of fame. Mic drop on a lane. Indeed. So what do you think about this? I figure, you're going to have your decision come in, and you will have a lot of viewership drop off and stuff. But I still think for a month, there will be cleanup trying to figure out what the hell happened no matter what. Because there's going to be things that come out for a month after that about things hitting the trial. You're going to have movies. You're going to have all of that stuff. I think it'll be a month of just insanity in cleanup. Win, lose, or draw. Actually, if it's a win, it'll be more than that. Because you'll have just people going and going and going. You'll have, but even if it's a loss, you'll still have a month of coverage. I bet. I hope there's no appeal. Oh, there'll be appeal. There'll be appeal. There's no way there's not an appeal. No matter who wins, there will be appeal. They've already. Give me 1 second. I took a bite of cracker. You know, I like to eat crackers while I'm sitting here. But they already hired their appeals lawyers. By Omega Pipe, thanks for the vibe. I looked it up, and she did. She just slipped up the deposition. Says she wanted to tell Johnny before TMZ because they had been alerted. Camille called her out. Haha. Other channel got struck. No. This channel just got monetized. That's why I popped over here just to goof off. I went to check it out because you know, I applied for it, and I saw that it had the alert that I was a YouTube partner over here. I was shocked, so I was like, hell yeah, let's celebrate for a minute. You know, it's strange to have this channel actually. Again, it's been a week of interesting outcomes. So I thought, like I said, I thought I'd celebrate it. Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, I know it's just weird, but I figured there'd be like I said, I realized the public eye will drop off. Like it's going to do that. You'll have the public eye on it for another week, no matter what. If Depp wins, the public eye will stay on it for a month. They'll be all over it, no matter what. But even if you know, I remember when the UK 2020 trial happened, it was about a month of cleanup. You know, now again, I'm not saying that's a month of you got to live stream and do crazy, but it'll be a month of cleanup. Friday, I'm going to stream. God knows, I'm going to try to get some rest that day. That night, I'm going to go to bed, and I'm going to be ready to stream until I just fall over Friday. So if the decision comes in, I'll stream forever. You know, I won't stop. Witching Butte, thanks for the 5. Who you think will conduct closing arguments? Ben Chu, probably. I figured, but I mean, I could be wrong. They'll probably have a couple of people. Actually, what am I saying? They may have a couple of people come in. You know, when they did open, they had Ben and Camille, so they may do it like that again. Well, Mama, thanks for the 5. Tug urgent mail sent via Twitter. Please read. Did you just send it? Is it from Lil Mama? If it's on Twitter, you need to bump it to the top and need to tell me what name it is. Like I said, I'm going to say I got 1,000 people that have messaged me that I had since the last 2 days. So I guess it's a mess, you know. Esme, thanks for the 2. It's pretty chill here. Please don't make me a mod. You're already a mod. What are you talking about? Adam, thanks for the 5. As the head of all Johnny Depp's Twitters, how do you think his team did today regarding Cross? That's funny. I think they dropped the ball a couple of times. I don't think it was messed up. But this is that article. So they here, let me pull this up. So they made here you go. So her team made a big deal out of those 2 texts, and they made a deal out of a quote that they brought up. Well, the quote is from 1995. That's what I was saying. It's from 1995. So they brought in a 17-year before their relationship quote, and they threw it in Depp's face. And he said, "I can't remember it." You know, I mean, he was truthful. Like how the hell is he supposed to be able to remember that? Yeah. Like I don't get that there. From A Life, that's me. Just sent it. All right, I'll look. Yeah, you know that I see where it is. Do you realize, like, when you just sent it, you were 14 people down already? That's what I mean when I tell people, like, yeah, the number's already known on there. Actually, the forgetting to redact, yeah, it's already in the public. That's a screw up. He's just gonna have to change his number, I guess, because that's screwed. If it was still an active number, they messed up. Yeah, once they put it out in public, once the first herd weirdo found it, I mean, it was over. I mean, that's a sad reality, but it's a reality nonetheless. Once the first weirdo from herd found it, they were done. I thought there was also a discussion over injury photos, and I thought that was a fascinating discussion because you had, again, his eye. Okay, so you had these. Let me see. Let me bring this up. You had two pictures that were really put on trial today. You had the train picture, the honeymoon picture they tried to put on trial. And you had this picture. All right. They kept saying, like, look at his eye. He's got the same supposed injury. But if you look at it, it looks tired, but he doesn't look injured there necessarily. I thought even if, if they would have said, like, I got a black eye there, I'd be like, well, thanks for admitting that I have a black eye. Maybe she hit me again. That's what I would have said. Maybe she's hit me more than once. You ever think of that? And then here's these photos. Now, if you look at them side by side, he was saying that this is Photoshop here. I don't technically know if I don't think I would call that Photoshop. I would call this low quality because look here, you have color that hasn't faded. This looks like a bad scan or like pictures that have been used over and over, but it's lightened the picture out so dramatically. Like, see it? And even then, like, his eye doesn't look, I mean, it still looks unhealthy there, AH had about 2 hours left. No, they've got 1 hour and 16 minutes left for today going in. That's what they have left. 1 hour and 16 minutes, and JD's team has over 7 hours. So, yeah. So, I mean, they're pretty much screwed. That's why people keep saying, like, you can't even see his eye. Yeah, well, he was saying, I got an injury on that eye. And they were like, well, look at this picture. Look at that picture. It's the same thing. It's this, it's that. And it's like, oh my God. Light on the ceiling. Well, he was like, it's dark here and, 16, I was off by 1. Yeah, I wasn't talking to you. There's somebody else said like hours. I think somebody said they had a couple of hours left. That's who I was talking to. He's likely bonded one eye. Yeah. I see. I don't know if it's Photoshop. What I think, like, he's using that. Like, I want you to think, like, where did they get the picture from? Did he scan it to them actually, or did he copy it? See, in the days of yore, which wasn't that long ago, people would copy a picture oftentimes and they would send it. They would copy it and then they would fax it. I know a lot of people that would do crap like that. They would fax pictures, because it wasn't as sensible. I mean, it wasn't so easy to mail a picture here or there. So some people would do that, And again, I mean, yeah, we're talking 8 years ago, but at the same time, like, businesses, man, some of the places I've worked, like with printer scanners, like, some of them didn't have printer scanners then. So what you would do is you would almost Xerox a picture or something in records, and you would send it away, and it would do this washout effect. See, it looks like it's been color washed out. And that's usually bad copying, or it could be anything. And it's going to take away, like, you see the sickly color that his face turns. And I mean, it looks like bad copy or something. It just washed it out. And it's definitely going to clean up the places around his eyes, which they were trying to argue. You know? I mean, but again, yeah, bad copy. See, that's what I thought when I looked at it. Bad copying, They asked the chefs. I mean, they could have hunted them down. They just had to find them. Screenshot. Bad quality. It could also be a screenshot. That's true. Somebody could have just taken a picture of it and sent it off. A picture of a picture. It's also a way around metadata. When they were listing metadata types of dodging, it was. You notice they wouldn't let him talk about any of the ways people dodge metadata. I thought that was funny. All right. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it here. I'm tired. I'm out. I wanted to celebrate for a minute. If your folks are still awake, go watch Recato Law. Tell them Tug sent you. But I'm going to sleep. I'm going to go to sleep for a few minutes. Tug, check your email. I can't think right now. I'll have to check it in the morning. I can't. My brain's too tired. Buy a Megapint. Thanks for the find, dude. Damn it. I love my cats. I can never be a cat lady. Her cats would eat her. As for you, go to bed. We need you tomorrow. I'll watch every day with you. I'll be up for tomorrow. I'll be good to go. Yeah, here's the part with cat lady, though. Here's the thing you're missing. There's nothing wrong with having. My mom has cats. My mom, I love her cats. They're great. It's the crazy part, Like if you're more to reality and you have cats, you take care of them. A crazy cat lady, would be feeding them out of her mouth. Oh, here's the story real fast before I end. So I knew this guy, to give you an idea of a crazy person that would do something. I worked with this guy who worked at a collectible store, and he used to tell me about how he lived on the street at one time. He couldn't afford a toothbrush, so what he used was, brace yourself, this is horrible. He used a rat. That's right, a rat. He had a rat that he had picked up as a pet, and after he would eat, he would allow the rat to pick his teeth, which is the grossest thing I ever heard. That's how I imagine Elaine. She's got cats for this guy, like he had a rat. Yes, that's a real story, by the way. He had a rat that would clean his teeth. I was like, oh my God, that's freaking nasty. Yuck. Blech. It's so gross. Anyway, yeah, see, there's nothing wrong with having cats. Like I said, having cats don't make you a cat lady. A cat lady means, you've seen Simpsons, right? You've seen the crazy lady on there. That would be like a crazy cat lady, But anyway, or like South Park has one, they'll have them. Buy you a Megapint, things to do. I know, joke. But now you're just being gross. I mean, true, though. That was real. That's a real story. As nasty as that is, that's a real story. But anyway. All right, folks, I'm out of here. I'm going to bed. Later. I'll see you in the morning.